This meeting is being recorded.
I'm never gonna fix that.
No, that's just
It's
that's
more
third
part of
person.
the it's more part of this show than I am now at this point.
That's Sheila. She is our producer and our director. So she keeps us on track.
Oh, Sheila. Oh,
Oh.
pun intended. Good morning, good afternoon, and happy Sunday/Monday morning for all you people out there that are listening,
Mhm.
watching, or just being creeps. This week we are doing routines and why they're important to us.
Absolutely. Hey, but most importantly, before we get started, I gotta say Happy Father's Day to you, Coop.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate that. It's
Happy
my
Father's Day
I've
and
had
Happy Father's
I've
Day.
had a couple, but this is my
Mhm.
first Father's Day post COVID, which sounds dramatic, but post
Yeah.
COVID and with my two kids.
Yeah. Right on, dude.
So I'm pretty excited because I'm still not going to do anything because that's the catch 22. Well, now I shouldn't say catch 22. The irony of Father's Day this year versus last year is last year we couldn't leave the house. This year we don't want to because it's 103 or 4 outside.
Yeah, it's
So
ridiculous.
I'm still inside.
We shouldn't complain. Yes, of course we can complain. We're fucking
Fuck yeah, dude. We're
Californians.
Californians. If it's anything we know how to do, it's complain and high
It's-
taxes.
And that's the only thing we know how to do. And get pissed off on traffic, knowing perfectly well you're gonna have traffic.
We capitalize on a lot of political movements. We do a lot of things out here.
Yeah, we do it all. But yeah, dude. Happy Father's Day, dude, to you, and of course all of our listeners out there.
All
Happy
the
Father's Day
daddios
too.
out there,
Yeah, all the daddies and non-daddies too. All the saddies out there.
saddies, and all the daddies with a Z. Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, no one even wants
Yeah.
to say it.
Congratulations, Kings. Congratulations.
Did you say Latin Kings?
No,
Okay.
just Kings in general. I don't want to be.
I'm just fucking with you.
I mean,
I just want to start a gang war. That's all.
We just want that spinoff on fucking the History Channel, or was it at the like the Game Wars?
Yeah. Because we're the Latin Kings, the Midwest Latinos, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They got to be a different bunch out there since they're. I just don't think Latin anything when I think Midwest. I think pretty much white and black.
When I think of Latin Kings, no disrespect to Latin Kings at all, but I just think of like New York.
Cubans.
Yeah, Cubans.
Yeah,
or
like
Puerto
Ricans.
Ricans.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, New
Totally
York.
same thing.
Miami,
Same
and then
thing.
and California.
By the way, I got love for Puerto Ricans and Cubans. We're just stereotyping you guys real quick.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
all.
Sorry. Hey, but guess what? If you're Latin, you're automatically our king. Coop, you included also.
I've gotten my Latin card punched a few times, and I feel
Mhm.
good about myself.
You're due for like a free Slurpee.
Oh, God. That's definitely a Latin tradition. Huh? A free Slurpee.
Here's a free Slurpee, just like
Most
we did back
fucking
in
whitewashed. Yeah, exactly. How can we corporatize this? Give him a Slurpee.
Mexico. Yeah.
I'm excited, though, because my plan for today, because
Mhm.
everyone's like, what do you want to do? And, like, I didn't have an answer until I got high on Friday night in my truck. I wasn't driving. It had AC,
Mhm.
and I wasn't going to do it in the garage. So I was
Yeah.
in the truck.
with no AC. and
Yeah,
no air
exactly.
circulation.
So I was in the truck with AC, and I came to the idea, I had a vision, and I came to the idea that I'm like, I want to do a family jam night
Mm.
and then it's probably not going to be night, although it
Yeah.
would be cooler. Basically, because we have all the instruments except the bass, but what I'm going to do is basically it's going to be the Partridge Family on acid. And
Okay.
I got Champ's Guy's drum set, so we're going to bring that down. It's like a mini drum set. The throne is like made for a 40-pound person, so I'll just use a stool. And then I got my acoustic, but most importantly, I got my guitar and my power amp that has 2 inputs, so I can put my mic and my guitar in there.
Oh, nice.
So I got the mic, guitar, drums, and then for bass, because this is just how much of a weirdo I am, I'm sure Steph's going to be like, who's playing all this shit? I have my synthesizer, because then we can just do bass on there.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'll just
I
hook
was
that
gonna
up to my
say-
bass cab. Done.
Or like just play the top 4 strings of the guitar.
Or that.
That's what I do, and I pretend like I know how to play guitar.
But then I thought the synth would be cool, because then we could do like funky stuff.
Mm. You can just loop it too.
I also told, yeah, that too. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I also told Steph, I understand to set my expectations at a good spot because I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and it's not like they're session players. So I'm not just going to be able to like expect them to even sit down for 10 seconds. So that's why I told her, I said, I'm going to have the real things down there, but I thought it would be cool maybe if we just did like Milli Vanilli style, like if they're just not digging it. And we
Oh,
can just
okay,
like pick songs on YouTube, like karaoke, and then just rock band it as a family.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
Just try
cool.
like to yeah. That'd be kind of dope.
And
The
then
kids will fucking love it.
yeah, it's interactive, and even if they don't like, even if it sounds like shit, it'll be fun. And then when they get older, we can do real instruments.
Hopefully.
No, it'll happen. No, I'm like,
it
it is Father's Day, and this is all I ask. Like it becomes a naggy holiday, like I'm an old lady.
I just want you to pick up that goddamn acoustic guitar and play Country Road.
Play a fucking open G right now, or I'm gonna lose it.
Can you sustain a 7? Can you even sustain a 7?
I said sus 2. That's a sus 4. Okay, we're getting too nerdy with this.
Yeah, I know. People don't know. Like
Ray and a few other people probably are laughing, but that's about it.
Yeah. Champ, you're an E. I need you an A and not flat, okay? Please.
Daddy's going to need you to tune down a half step, okay? These jokes are so bad for everyone except for music Nazis. So
yeah, sorry.
I know Steph's probably sleeping right now on Monday if she's going to listen to it on Monday. She tells me, I even asked her, I'm like, does it ever get boring to you? And I love her honesty, dude. She's the only when you guys talk about music that I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. And I'm like, no, but I'm okay with that because that doesn't mean we suck.
Yeah, it's just
we predicted that. So I'm like, that's good. I'm okay, cool. Because I know she'd be like, yeah, like you say too much. No, she doesn't say that. But I'm just saying, like, at least it wasn't like something like annoying. Like,
yeah. No, it makes sense. I mean, if I'm listening to like a radio station or something, like this is why I don't watch like the fucking, those, I don't know, those shows like the whatever her name is, Williams show or something where like this.
Oh, the fucking like the Wendy Williams. And all that shit. Oh yeah, those shows are trash, dude.
It's like I don't see it because then it starts talking about like hair products and I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? What are y'all talking about,
dude? The only stuff at that time worth watching is The Price is Right and like I don't know, other game shows. I think that's the only game show on that early.
Yeah, and side note, well, there was Wayne Brady had a show also.
Oh, Let's Make a Deal.
Let's Make a Deal.
That was a remake too. That was an old school show.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. But just side note here, I know we're getting off track here from the agenda.
Actually, Wayne Brady was in the footnotes.
No, he was? Okay, good. Okay, I didn't get the update. I'll get my Sheila. It fucked up.
Oh, this episode's great.
No, but like, I don't mind Drew Carey with The Price is Right. I'm gonna be honest. I don't mind him.
No, yeah,
all right.
Me neither. It's not, but you're also not saying he's better or the same.
No, here's the thing. Of course,
because we're kind of settling, but we're happy, but we're settling.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, no one's gonna be able to replace Bob Barker. And like, if you go back, like, was it really that good, or is it just that we're fond by nostalgia?
That's a fair question.
Yeah,
that is. I was thinking about that because I was listening to a podcast and they were kind of bringing up The Price is Right, and they weren't necessarily saying that, but they were explaining the differences because Bob Barker would kind of help you win if you sucked.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be like, why don't you try that again? Why don't you make another guess when they're just total idiots? But Drew Carey will let them fucking just burn it down, which is one thing I really love and appreciate about Drew Carey. Because I agree. If you're that dumb, do it on TV, man.
Yeah.
Hey, bet everything. Put it all on black.
Why not?
Let's watch you lose and watch your family pull all their hair out in the audience.
We've done that before.
That's great TV, by the way.
Yeah.
When the family's telling them what to do and they don't listen and then they lose.
And then
that's an awkward car. That's an awkward car ride, dude.
And then they cut to the family and the family is just like dying in the inside. It's just like,
oh yeah, except it's not on the inside. That guy's gonna be dying. They're gonna jump him in the car on the way home.
That dude is walking home.
They're like, that Kia Sorrento was gonna be mine. You son of a bitch.
Kia Sorento.
Why is it always like a crappy?
It's always like the base model or something.
Or like a high end like low model. Like it's like a high end like Hyundai. It's like no one said no one.
What I don't understand is why people get so hyped up over a fucking car, and I'm like, you still gotta pay.
Oh, you pay taxes on it, yeah.
You gotta pay the taxes for it.
I know, that's why I'd want the shitty car that I'm talking crap about right now. I'd be like Hyundai, Kia, and then they're like Camaro. I'm like, fuck you,
fuck, fuck, I don't want to win it.
Damn it.
Hey,
what makes you think I want American, huh? Is it the way I look? Huh?
No, and it goes back. Us Californians, we only know two things: complaining and taxes.
And avocado toast. All right, that's 3.
All right,
and not how to count.
All right,
it's 4.
Yeah, I don't know what we got here, but yeah,
we got here. So no, and then you just got back from your second tour in the last 6 months, I should say. Is that correct?
Oh man, yeah, because I went to Mexico in December.
The
Northwest, and then I just came back 48 hours ago from Mexico City.
What's the area code down there?
I have no idea.
It's like it's not a 1. I don't know what the national number is for Mexico.
I know the international number for Mexico is 55.
So it'd be 55 something.
It was like, if you're calling from the U.S., I don't think they do the 011 anymore. So it's just like 55. It might be 389, actually. I'm not going to look at that.
I ask the most boring questions sometimes. I'm sorry.
But you know what?
Yeah.
This is like the type of shit that interests us. And then we're going to drop it in like fucking 5 days later. Like, oh, did you know the international number for Mexico is 55? Oh.
Yeah, like it's the headline for our podcast episode. We'll do random facts.
Yeah. But dude, Mexico City is awesome, dude. This is like maybe my 4th or 5th time I go. Nah, maybe like 4th, 3rd or 4th. And yeah, like the biggest fear was like, all right, COVID. And me being Californian and American and like fucking tired of wearing masks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, no one's gonna fucking care in Mexico. Boy, was I wrong. They cared. Like everybody had their mask on. Like you walk into any fucking business and they check your temperature, like legit check your temperature, and they make you like sanitize your hands. Like they have to see you do it or they will do it for you.
Yeah.
Like as you come in. When I was going to the museums, like mask on at all times, even take pictures. And then they will legit spray you. Like they will disinfect you. Like they'll spray your whole body front and back. And even like your shoes and stuff. Jesus. So they were taking it really, really serious. And I was like, shit, imagine if that was to happen here, like in California, like the fucking civil war that will break out, like you ain't gonna disinfect me with, I
don't know if I'm okay with that either, man.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know if I want to get sprayed. I just wouldn't go to that store.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you getting sprayed with, dude? Like, I know it's like, that's always the question, but I'm always gonna ask questions. Don't spray me with shit, dude. I don't like when I go to the mall and the fucking cologne people, they're always like Serbian, fucking want to spray you with their shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I avoid the cologne area because it just really smells and I can feel like my nostrils just like.
But dude, that's the thing too, is like, that's not killing anything. And I understand they think it is, but that's why I wouldn't be okay with it. Cause I'm like, I'm not getting flammable for no reason, dude. Like,
yeah,
I don't need to be sprayed down with ethanol.
Yeah. No, but that's what they did. That's what they were doing. It was just like, I'm like, at least they're doing more than the US. And I asked somebody, I'm like, dude, like Mexico City takes it super serious. And somebody was like, well, yeah, it's mostly because we need to do this in order for people to use the public transportation. And Mexico City is so huge that the majority of the population depends on public transportation. So they're like, what, they expect us to fucking bike or walk like, 10 miles every day, to work and back. They're like, so of course people are following along so public transportation will carry on.
So this isn't so creepy though, because Mexico City's like New York City. I mean, it's basically like you're very like not rural, super built up, like politically, like probably a little more left leaning than the rest of the country. Just because it's a city area, right? So I mean, that's like SF doing stuff, and SF does some stuff that's a little outlandish compared to the rest of the cities sometimes. So I'm like, I guess it's different because you're right. We're more like open now. But I mean, I bet you the city down the road probably isn't even necessarily doing that though, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a fair thing. But just Mexico City, just because
Yeah.
there's like what 9 or 10 million people. Like,
That's
I'm
what I
pretty sure
mean.
that's
Like it's a
what-
big
yeah.
ass,
Yeah.
That it is responsible because that's the thing. Like I don't know what's right or wrong right now,
That's true.
and like I'm not assuming. I'm not one of those people to assume that just because things are opening up, that things are like perfect.
Better. Yeah.
And I think that's what other countries are like. Why are we changing up what we're doing if we don't know if nothing's changed or anything like that? You know what I mean? And that's been my whole argument too. It's like, why all of a sudden is everything so lenient? So, hey, whatever. I'm sure other countries are thinking the same thing. And they're like, we're not going to do what you guys are doing because it doesn't make sense to us. And I respect that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, like you said, we're like, I don't want to get sprayed down. But,
Yeah.
but yeah, I agree. I mean, it is responsible because if that's what they think is happening, then they got to take their measures and
Yeah.
and all that. And I respect that as long as it's not just for no reason. Like they, at least they're trying something. Like, and they're not being super. It's not super bitchy.
No, and I think for me, what was like the consistency. It wasn't just like, okay, just one place and that's it. No, it was like everywhere. Everywhere was like doing it. Especially like the big museums, like the museums were doing it, and all that stuff. So I was like, it felt good knowing it wasn't just like one location. It was like several locations they were doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Mexico City is awesome. So much. Just I was there for like 4 days, maybe 3 or 4 days. And just not enough time. There's never enough time. It's just a massive city with so much stuff to see and check out. But at the same time, you're like, you're there, you're in a foreign country. Well, maybe for me, because I've been there before, I speak the language, and I've been to Mexico all my life, so
Yeah.
I'm like, you're in a foreign country, but it doesn't feel, for me, it doesn't feel that foreign. Like anything that you want here in the United States, things that, first world problems kind of things that we want, they have them in Mexico. Like,
Yeah.
my iced coffees, I have my iced coffees every day, my lattes, my beers, my, selections, my craft beer, everything that I wanted was there, and it was like so close.
Yeah. That's nice.
No paper straws.
God, those are the worst.
Dude, I saw a meme like 2 days ago.
That makes me want to choke a seagull with my bare hands to death.
Dude, I saw a meme like 2 days ago, and it's like somebody holding the sign says, paper straws is not it. And I was just having this conversation with somebody yesterday. I'm like, dude, just it sucks. Like, it makes the drink taste way worse.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, so then you get like cardboard. I mean, that's if it gets to that point.
Yeah.
Like the main problem is it gets soggy and doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
And then you're just like, then you got this. Then you realize you have a toilet paper roll in your drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why don't you just make it thicker, or not thicker, but make like the circle bigger, if that makes sense.
Why not just use plastic?
Fucking, because the turtle's gonna do cocaine. That's why.
Good, they need to. The turtles used to do cocaine. That's why they migrated better. They're more efficient with their paths.
They get more ground covered.
Yeah.
Way. No, but yeah, Mexico's cool, dude. You saw the pictures, like downtown. I went up to the pyramids. The pyramids were closed.
Yeah.
Like, as far as climbing it, but that's cool. I was ready to climb them, but at the same time, I wasn't like looking forward. So it wasn't like a big letdown. Like, I thought, like, they're like, oh yeah, no one's allowed to climb right now the pyramids until like the end of the month.
Well, did you thank your ancestors? They did that for you.
They did it. I felt it.
Yeah.
As they told me that, I looked up to this kind of fucking eagle. It's just like, and I'm like,
the snake in its mouth.
Yeah, I'm like, yes, gracias, gracias. But dude, like, I think one of the best experience was I went to a 5-star restaurant, like a fucking full on 10-course meal. Ooh. I have to book it like months in advance.
Oh, wait, so screw everything about this episode. Let's walk us through your meal.
Okay, shit, dude. Shit. So, the first time I went to Mexico City, I went with our buddy Daryl,
Yeah.
and Daryl's like, yeah, dude, let's book this. It's a 5-star restaurant. It's gonna be expensive, but like compared to US, it's not that expensive.
Yeah.
And so we went to this place called Quintanil, and we looked it up while we were there, and this is the 24th. The rated is rated 24th best restaurant in the world.
Damn.
Like when it comes to fine dining.
That's pretty
Um,
sweet.
there's another one a block away that originally I wanted to go to, called Puyols, and that one's ranked 12th in the world.
Holy
Like
shit.
from the fucking world is 12, and even 24 from the fucking world, like that's huge.
Wait, is that Michelin?
I'm not sure
Probably
where he
some
got.
international
I
thing, huh?
didn't ask for references.
I don't know if Michelin's international. I think it is.
But he was saying like, yeah, number one is like somewhere in France, like some bougie restaurant in like Paris, and
Yeah.
So we walk in, small little area. It was like fucking Hell's Kitchen, because like the chef will make out an order and then they'll say like, yes, chef, or something. But like
Yeah.
the whole, I had the best fucking cocktail of my life, dude. And I am an alcoholic,
Yeah.
but I had the best cocktail. It was basically an old fashioned,
Ooh.
but we got mezcal rather than like bourbon or whatever they use.
Oh,
And
okay.
it was so fucking good, dude. So dangerous because it was so good. And
Also, it was a tequila old fashioned, right?
no, it was mezcal.
Wait.
Mezcal old fashioned.
What's
So mezcal is it comes it's a smoky kind of.
is it a liqueur or is that a liquor?
No, it's a liquor.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's super strong shit, dude. Really good shit.
Nice. I don't know if I've ever had that.
Really? Okay, yeah. You should, I mean, you have to get the high end mezcal, because if you get really shitty one, I mean, that's just with anything though. Like,
Okay.
the higher the quality, the better. But it's like a very smoky flavor to it. So you have to like take it like a sip it, or like mix it with
Right.
like a drink or something.
That sounds tight though. I want to try that.
But yeah, dude, it was like, come in, they'll leave like a small little sample of whatever it was, and I was just pretend like I know what the fuck they were talking about. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yes. I sense those notes.
Yes. So they'll come in like in Spanish. They'll be like, oh, for first course, you got some, blah, 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 con una salsa, blah, 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 this sauce. And I was just turning to my buddy like, yeah, dude, this is going to be a good one. I'm like, oh, this is hella bomb. And like, I had no idea what the fuck they were talking about.
I'd just be like, see.
You're like, oh, okay. Yo, oh, that's what, oh.
You just smile and go like this?
You're like, okay, yeah. No, but like, they knew English. Like,
no, I
all
know.
the waiters.
It'd just be funny, like,
yeah, like if I know.
Do you understand me? You pull like a Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
Rush Hour.
Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? But yeah, it was cool, dude. It was like I don't know what the fuck they were just bringing out, dude. But we were just like, what the fuck is this, and why is this so good? And like,
was it like fish?
We had
I'm hungry.
like there was one with scallops. We brought some scallops, and then there was one that they brought us like a roasted beet, a beet. I'm not even a fan of beets, but like it was like half. It was roasted with some like fucking honey glazed shit and some like puree. And I'm like, I don't even know how the fuck they make this taste so good. Like I was pissed off.
I want to do that. I want to try like random shit that I don't know what it is and like enjoy it.
And that's exactly what Daryl came up with this idea when we went. He's like, yeah, dude, when will you ever like be able to have like a very fancy 10-course meal for like $100?
That's it.
Yeah, like I think for us it came out where we went, it was like $120 or $130 for like a 10-course meal. I'm like,
per person though, right?
Per person.
Yeah, that's still not bad.
And I'm like, yeah, because here in the States, that's like over $1,000.
Oh yeah,
over $1,000, $2,000, and like, dude, this is like the 24th best ranked restaurant when it comes to like fine dining all over the world. So it was just like, I think when I first tried it, I wasn't like so open minded for it. I wasn't so like open to it, and I think my I wasn't so open to it. But now that I went, I retried. It's the same restaurant also that we went to. It's called Quintonil. It was, that I would tried it now, more open. I was like, yeah, this is a fucking quite an experience, and I will try to do this again every time I come to Mexico City. Like yeah, it's $100 for plate, but like it's the whole experience, and like if you can afford it, because you're paying in dollars, not in pesos.
I like that because we're foodies, So
Yeah,
when in September when I go to Iowa, I'm gonna find the best place to get corn on the cob. Like, what the fuck is good over there?
yeah, I don't know, dude.
You know what's funny though? Their downtown Des Moines is probably gonna have expensive fucking restaurants. So just because it's the airport city.
Yeah, it might also be. I imagine like their beef has to be good.
Yeah, because they got a lot of cattle and shit out there.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure like
Uh,
a steak. You should look up for like a good steak dinner out there,
yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
or like a good burger spot.
Yeah, like a good burger or steak, something that's unique to Iowa, right? Something that's
Yeah,
got like,
yeah,
so we can come back home, have a story.
yeah. Like
We met Seabass in the bathroom,
kick his ass, Seabass.
dude. There's so many like scenarios going through my head. I'm like, okay, I can't bring weed because it's super illegal in Iowa.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna bring things, but I gotta, you gotta be smart about it.
yeah.
I'm not bringing anything you can smoke. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
But like, dude, yeah, no, dude, it said like a prison, a jailable offense amount of weed. I looked it up. A gram of weed.
Mm-hmm.
A fucking gram.
Which is like nothing
Like, dude,
out here.
20 years ago in Cali, I don't even know if you went to jail for a gram of weed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mate, you probably did, but
You did if
it's
you
still
were around.
like, that's insane. That's like 15 years behind everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even that it's
Yeah.
not legal. It's that illegal still.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah. No, dude.
And I'm like, no wonder you got a meth problem.
Yeah.
Your meth problem will go down probably if you let them smoke pot.
That's true.
Even though the people aren't quite the same. Kinda.
Nah, dude. So yeah, I came back on Friday afternoon. I got here like around. I landed in San Jose 5 o'clock local time, and it was the worst decision because I went. Mexico City was like 70 degrees, and it was like overcast the whole week.
Oh, I see what
And
you're
I
saying.
fucking step out of the airplane. It's like a fucking 100 degrees weather, and I'm like, what the fuck, San Jose? I'm paying way too much in mortgage for this this weather. But I mean, it can be worse. Before you tell me that, Arizona's 110 or like,
Fuck
Florida.
Arizona. I was almost 110.
Yeah, well, that's true. You were like, what?
No,
you
but
texted me
I wasn't
yesterday
going to say
and
it.
You're
But
like
because you said it,
or
I said
something.
it.
Yeah. Well, I complain.
I hear you, though. No, I hear you because it is annoying when there's always one person that's like one-ups you.
Yeah.
I get that. That's why I didn't do it at work. I was annoyed at people at work. They were crying on, not everyone, but certain people were crying on Friday. That it was so unbearably hot, and it was like 85 in the office. I'm like, because our AC is not working. But I'm like, look,
Yeah.
that's not fun, but it's not worth throwing a tantrum about.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's a good way.
some of these
Like,
people
yeah,
out here,
it's not
dude.
fun. Like, it's not fun. No one wants to work when it's like that hot.
But I see what you're saying
regardless.
because you were getting home. You want to, it's that whole like arriving, right? You want things to be when you leave a place and you come back. You want it to be its best self because you want to feel like
exactly.
I'm home.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good to be home. And as soon as you got off that airplane, you were probably like, "What the fuck? We have a house down there. I do Zoom schooling anyway. Like I could do this from Mexico. Like
I can use Mexico at least for a couple more weeks.
do the pod from Mexico. I don't need to be here."
Bro, look at this contrast on my arm. I'm so sunburned.
Nice, dude. That's a working class tan.
Thank you.
That tells me right there that you care about people. You care about yourself. No, I don't know. Mostly just means you wear t-shirts.
No, that's that too. And then yesterday here in San Jose, there was a pretty big hardcore show, dude.
Oh, right. Did you end up going?
Dude, I did, and it was so fucking surreal. It was so surreal. So I went in there thinking, okay, 100 people, maybe 200 people tops.
Yeah.
Are gonna be in this like because I kind of knew where the show was going to take place, and I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, 100 people, maybe 200 people tops. It's a fucking hardcore show. No, dude, we pull up, and there was absolutely no parking in this like in this warehouse type of businesses where the show was going to be.
Right.
So if you're familiar with San Jose, I parked at the Target at the plant on Monterey and in Kirtner.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so I parked there and I walked to where the venue was, which is like a 5-minute walk. The line just to get in like wrapped around the building and then some. There was like, I went there thinking like there was only gonna be 100 people. We're in line. I'm talking to the guys from Maya, and I'm like, dude, there has to be like 500 people, and they're like, nah, dude, fuck that. Try double. Like, we already hit the 1,000 people mark, dude. 1,000 people for a fucking hardcore show,
Dude, there's no
like,
way. Yeah, there's no way any of this was legit.
no,
From just a
no,
fire standpoint.
no,
And that's the reason why we're not disclosing where it is.
yeah,
We're protecting these people. But
like,
also, yeah, like they came in numbers because it's probably the first fucking show in over a year.
yeah, it was the first show in like a year and a half. Luckily they got prepared. It wasn't inside, it was outside in the parking area. So they had like a stage, they had PA system, they had it blocked off so people can like walk in.
Oh
And
wow.
surprisingly, dude, like, yeah, easily like 1,000 people showed up. If you YouTube, not YouTube, I'm sorry, if you like check them up on Instagram, like any of the bands were there, you'll see like the sea of crowds. And surprisingly, everything went smooth. Like, it could have been much worse, especially for that amount of people and the rowdiness, but it was pretty freaking um it was pretty legit. Like
Hell
a
yeah.
couple fights here and there, but that was it. Like maybe one fight. Um, but just so much control chaos. And it was just so great. And it was like a mini high school reunion, seeing people that I haven't seen in like 10, 11 years, 15 years. I'm like, fuck, hell yeah, this is freaking dope. And like everything showed up, everybody showed up. And I feel like this is what the Bay Area, California, the scene, whatever, needed. They needed like a show. They needed just to go out there and like just have a good time. And like I was talking to people were coming in from like Central Cal, from SoCal, from somebody came in from San Diego.
Yeah.
Somebody was talking about how somebody drove all the way from Santa Fe, New Mexico, just for
Damn.
the show. Just like people out of state came to the show for this like hardcore show, and it's great. It was great. It was like something out of like a Warped Tour stage. That's how I can best
Oh,
describe it.
okay. That's tight,
Like,
dude.
so, and I'll send you like one of the pictures that I took from on stage
Dude,
from
you
Mile Over Ice.
should, and I'll throw our tails on there and I'll post it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Wait, because are you in the picture?
No, I took the
It's
picture.
just it's like an audience, dude. Perfect, because then I could throw our little sticker emblem in like the corner, and we could post it on on the
yeah,
gram. Look at us making production moves mid episode
for the gram. But yeah, it was like maybe 10 minutes before Mile Over Ice hit the stage. They're in the stage, they're just setting up, and you can just see the crowd of people, and it's just like, it was awesome, dude. So
hell yeah,
that was
dude,
quite an
that's
experience
awesome.
yesterday. Again, it's just seeing people that I haven't seen them forever. And like I texted him, I texted to a buddy. I ran to a buddy who was running the sound. I haven't seen this guy in like 11 years.
Yeah.
All right. And he comes up to me, he's like, hey, what's up, dude? You know, like, what's up, Danny? And I'm like, at first I didn't recognize him. I'm like, hey, what's up, dude? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And it really took me like half an hour to like soak everything in. I'm like, holy shit, that's so and so, you know.
Yeah.
Like, he's here. And like I text him later, I'm like, dude, like, I'm on my bad if I seemed out of it. It's just like for the first hour, I was just like in awe of just like how many people were there, and like how many people were there that I haven't seen in forever.
Dude,
so it was just like,
was anyone masked up? No, right?
Like drunk wise, beat up wise.
No. I mean, was anyone wearing a mask?
There were some people wearing masks. There
But
were some people, but like
most people
75%,
weren't.
75% was not. I ended up just staying in the back,
Yeah.
like by the merch table, away from the crowds, and I had my mask on also. But I didn't have like the full on mask. I had like the worker ones.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Like
Um,
the
yeah,
bandito ones.
exactly. Um, and I was just in the back. I didn't want to get crowded. Like, dude, I don't want to be in the fucking crowd, like
Nah,
all up in
dude.
there.
And it was
You know?
warm probably.
Oh, dude, yeah. But once the shade hits, it was freaking perfect. Oh, you know who was there? Little throwback.
Huh.
The drummer from like the city was there.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
cool.
Ben was there.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
dope.
because his record label put out a local band's who was playing there yesterday. They put out like his like they printed some of their music.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty sure he was there just to support or like show up or I don't know. He was there, but
That's
I'm
cool
like,
though.
I'm like, oh shit, there's Ben.
You always run into people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I didn't say hi to him or anything, but I'm like, oh, that's that dude. Cool.
Oh, all right, dude.
There's
Right on.
Ben. But yeah, dude, that was my week.
Nice. Well, it sounds like a good week. I mean, you did a lot of traveling,
Yeah, dude. No sleeping.
made it alive, made it back alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. But a lot of no sleeping, dude, unfortunately.
well, did you catch up on it last night? Well, not really, probably, huh?
No, because I didn't end up going to sleep last night until like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I went to bed pretty late last night too.
Yeah. Which is tomorrow. Well, I think tomorrow's gonna be a day. Tonight/tomorrow's gonna be the day. Cause I have a dentist appointment tomorrow at 10 in the morning, Monday. So that gives me that gives me some place to go sleep early and wake up because I just wake up at 6:30 every day now. That's my thing.
Yeah, me too. That's when I get
That's
up.
my new reality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when Damon wakes up.
Yeah, it's just
What's
that's just my reality now. But it's okay.
speaking of reality, and that I mean, when you wake up would be part of this. Let's
Yeah.
just get right into it. So
Let's do it.
Our routines. I definitely have a standard routine.
Mm.
It's pretty cookie cutter. Like, it's mostly get up at the kids' mercy, get them ready, then get myself ready, then take them to daycare, then go to work. Then work's all the question mark because I don't know how that's going to go down.
Yeah.
But I don't think I really had so much of a routine as much before I had kids. And it was kind of more of a fun routine. Now it's like this strict regiment that has to happen.
Yeah.
But because of that, and because of me boot camping myself for the last like 3-4 years, it's kind of made me more on point with my multitasking and just managing my time,
Mhm.
So that's really my main takeaway from my routine is just improving my threshold of bullshit too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that doesn't really go with the routine, but it's like my routine is more like it's going to get simplified once the kids get older. So then I'm going to have to find new things to do.
To fill in the void.
Yeah,
if you
because
will.
then it's going to be like, oh, yeah, you get up and then what do you do? Like, do you eat? I don't normally eat breakfast. So
Mhm.
I kind of like skip until like 2 or 3 and then I
Right.
go hard. But
Yeah.
another routine of mine is, excuse me, putting Champ down to bed and then getting hi as a kite. But yeah, like
You get a
every night just
higher
smoke it
and
up.
higher.
Yeah, look at Sammy Hagar. My
Yeah.
hair goes blonde. My boobs get bigger. Yeah, but yeah, dude, it's kind of weird, and that's funny. Like, it's not like a super fun routine, but that's
Yeah.
that's what it is.
But you know what? That's the whole point of routines. It doesn't necessarily have to be like super complicated. It's like your safety net. It's like something that you just do, and it's like if you don't get it done, like the rest of the day is ruined.
That's a
Like
good
it's
way
a
of looking
slippery
at it.
slope.
It
It's a
is kind
slippery
of,
slope.
it's a nice, like, it gives you the complete, a sense of completion, right? Or
Well,
meaning.
it goes back to what I was talking about last week, where like you write down like things to do, and if you do like your routine, it's like you feel accomplished at least for one thing for the day.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
again, it doesn't really sound like a lot, but like when you're deep in it, in your like anxiety and your depression, your stress, just getting one thing done and you know you did it good, like it feels so good.
Oh, yeah. What's like the
Yeah.
whole example, like make people that make their bed, right? Because
Yeah.
that's their first win
Mm-hmm.
of the day, and then you just keep going from there, and then
Combing your hair, brushing your teeth, kind of thing.
wiping your
Um,
ass.
Yeah, and dude, surprisingly, like this is shit that people think is like, oh, it's just human nature. Like, of course we have to, but no, like sometimes when you're in it, like you don't think about you don't. I mean, I'm not saying you don't wipe your shit. Well, I mean, I never. I mean, I never
That's
got
what
to that
Sheila's
point.
for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Sheila.
But that's something I don't. I mean, I never got that low, but you never know how other people like respond to these type of things. So
Well,
yeah,
especially with depression, it kind of goes into that whole idle hands thing. Like, it's good to keep busy when you're, when you're down, because
yeah,
then you're not going to dwell. You're going to be
yeah.
on a mission, and you can focus your attention onto that rather than being like, I'm just going to sit here and feel sorry for myself. So,
And it's that structure. It's that
mhm.
structure that some of us really need. Like we need that structure. We need to know we need to do this. For you, I'm pretty sure it's like it's keeping you in line. Like I need to wake up by 6:30 because my kid's gonna be up. I have to do this. I have to make sure that he's ready to go to school. It's the structure. And then like I have to put him down. He needs to be in bed by a certain time.
Yeah.
So that way I at night I can like do whatever it is I want to do, my activity that kind of like your me time, if you will.
Oh, dude, totally. I mean,
Yeah.
last night Champ went down to bed at 12.
Oh shit.
That's because we went to a family party.
Oh, okay.
But that's so fucking late, dude. The latest I like putting him down is 8:30.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
today I'm like, yeah, we'll let him sleep in.
I get let.
I'm not dealing with that all day long. No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Not today. No,
No.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm not going to do that.
No. When we're discussing this episode, I was thinking like 51st dates again, where like it's just the same old, the routine of
Yeah.
doing everything.
It's just the same old.
No day. No, my routine isn't as glamorous. It's pretty selfish, also.
Why
But
is that
like, yeah,
glamorous?
waking up at like 6:30, snoozing by 6:30, out of bed by like 7 ish. And the first thing I do is go use the restroom. I go pee, wash my face. Also, my hair, I do like my hair's usually longer, and I do like undercuts and stuff. So
Yeah.
if I don't in the morning, my hair's a fucking mess. It's freaking curly as hell. So I have to like comb it so I can look like decent. Um, and then I go and first thing I do is like drink a cup of water and I make myself my cup of coffee. And it's legit watching the morning news or some sort of something in the background TV while enjoying my coffee.
Yeah.
And that's legit my morning routine. And it's interesting that you picked this topic because when I was in Mexico, I couldn't do that routine. Like I
Yeah.
was still waking up on time, going to the bathroom, whatever, doing that part. But my television in my room, it didn't have cable. It only had like two channels. And then they
Oh.
had like on Netflix and it was a smart TV, but
Oh,
just no
okay.
cable. Or at least I didn't know how to fucking work the cable, I guess. That's might be another thing.
Fucking gringo.
Yeah. I'm like, where's the guide? Oh, but I think that's like one thing also. But like for the first couple of days in the morning, um, I couldn't really like my morning routine was just not there. Like I would turn on the TV, there was no local news. I'm like, I think I was seeing like I think it was like Transformers in Spanish, like the cartoon Transformer or
Yeah.
Bumblebee in Spanish.
They got the
And I'm like, all
priority.
right. And I'm like, all right, whatever. It's like at least there's something in the background. And I play it low, like I do my news. I'll, brush my teeth, wash my face, take a shower. I'll come back to because the room I was staying, it was like kind of like a loft thing. The bathroom, the showers were upstairs, and then I
Right.
had my little private room. So then I'll make my coffee. By the way, the hotel had one of those Nespresso freaking
Oh,
makers.
nice.
So I was feeling fancy in the morning, like, ooh, oh. So I was drinking my coffee, like checking, Instagram or something, and Bumblebee or My Little Pony or something in the fucking background. And that was like my morning routine. And it like the first 2 days I couldn't get into that routine because it wasn't similar to what I was used to.
Right.
But yeah, like for the last 2 days, like that was my thing. And it felt better. It didn't feel off,
Right.
And then at night, same thing. My other routine at night is before I go to sleep, wash my face, um, wash my hair because I want to sleep with like hair product or something. So I kind of
Right.
like rinse it off, um, brush my teeth, and then go and I watch TV. It's usually like CNN or like some sort of cooking show.
Mhm.
So again, since I didn't have cable, I end up watching Netflix. So rather than like watching like a new TV series, I was watching shows that or movies that I already knew what happened.
Yeah.
Like I watched like fucking the Flintstones. I watched like the other guys and like all these movies that I already seen before. So that way, if I fall asleep, it's not a big deal.
Right.
Um, and yeah, and another thing that I noticed, I did not notice that I was so codependent on this routine. But before I go to sleep here in at home, I like to play thunderstorm sounds or like rain sounds for
Mm.
like at least an hour as I go to sleep. Um, and I didn't do it for the first couple of nights over there in Mexico, and I was just waking up every like I couldn't get comfortable until like
Right.
the last two. I'm like, all right, let me put it on the app or on Spotify or something, and it kind of helped me a little bit, dude. So those are my routines, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my pre-night routine pretty much is just like I put Champ down, I go out in the garage, I smoke for like an hour,
Mm-hmm.
which is me like smoking and like watching YouTube, watching music videos, looking for things, just fucking around. Mostly listening to music though. I like to just unwind and listen to music so I can just kind of like unwind, not just be all like still just looking at shit. And then I normally go inside and hang out with Steph for a little while, or she goes to bed, and then I just fall asleep on the couch normally. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. You're good.
Oh. No, I usually either crash on the couch or whatever. So, y'all come back in. We'll watch something. We'll watch our little shows.
Oh, nice.
Right now we're
What
watching
show
that
you
Good Fight
watching right now?
show. It's pretty good. It's that lawyer
Oh
show.
yeah, the lawyer one you're talking about.
Paramount Plus.
Yup.
Recommend that. I'm also watching Lissy's Story, which is the new Stephen King
Oh, nice.
show that is on Apple TV Plus. Apple Plus. Yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm just trying not to sound like an old person. I'm not too impressed with Apple Plus, man. Besides the show I'm watching right now, I'm like, okay. And then they're advertising all their new shit, but it's not coming out till September or October. Like, why are you showing this now?
I have Apple Plus.
Yeah.
Is it Apple Plus? Yeah. Because it came, I got a new iPhone back in November or something. It's like, oh, you get 1 free year. I'm
Right.
like, all right, fuck it. And I did it just because I wanted to watch the Beastie Boys
Documentary?
documentary.
Right.
But
I mean, how much more shit is there? Like, they got all the Charlie Brown specials. I mean, like, that's cool if you have a kid or you want to watch it. But then, like, I'm looking and I'm like, I don't see. They offer everything like Prime and like Hulu. Like, you could just buy packages. So I'm like, okay, this is cool, but I'm already part of like shit. So I'm like, all right, I don't need this. So once I'm done watching the show, it's over, Apple. I will be withdrawing my subscription. Okay.
No, and the thing that sucks is that like I don't like watching TV shows on my phone. Like,
no, it's especially
weird.
if it's a show you like, because you'll miss things.
So it's either I need to find where the fuck my Apple TV is so I can connect it to my television here in my room so I can watch it.
Well, they have Apple TV apps, because that's what I use. I have a Roku. and then you
Yeah.
get the Apple Plus or not, yeah, not Apple TV, but Apple Plus app, and then you just need
Yeah.
your Apple ID and your password, and then
Yeah,
that's it.
that's so. I'm probably end up gonna do it like on my iPad or something
Yeah, I think you
because
should be able to do that.
I have Chromecast all over, and Apple and Google they don't mix. So
Yeah,
like I cannot
yeah.
cast my like my Apple TV into television because of a Chromecast.
They might have an app now. You might want to just double check
I'll double
because it's
check.
it's becoming it's pretty much like a thing. So they have to
Yeah.
have it because they know they're like, if we don't have it, we're one of those
We're
shitty players that doesn't have a huge
mm-hmm.
application. Because even though like I'm bashing it, it does have like high profile things that are gonna be coming out, but it's like they got a new, but I don't even know if it's gonna be good. It's like a show with Will Ferrell and Jason Sudeikis, and
Oh, that sounds promising already.
yeah, but then it's like, hey, it's not gonna be out till September, end of September, and I'm like, okay,
So you
why is there
can
a thing on it here for it? Like,
so you
fuck,
can
that's
freaking
lame.
like
Yeah, I don't
oh
know. I'm not like, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna. But loving the Stephen King thing that he wrote the book, he wrote the screenplay for the show, he is producing it and he's writing it. So, I'm glad he's not directing it. No offense.
sorry, Mr. King.
Well, he doesn't need to direct it. He's as long as he's writing it and doing the screenplay, like that's plenty.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but it's a really good story. It's really fucking mysterious, which I really like because it's not your just run of the mill horror or run of the mill sci-fi or supernatural. It's all kind of mixed together and it's just strange and a lot of weird shit. So
Mm-hmm.
of course, the main characters are from Maine because they have to be.
Because that's this thing.
Um, but it's interesting. It's about a woman whose husband was an author, of course, a really successful author, and he kind of almost developed like a cult following.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so there's a lot to this story that you're finding out. Basically, he has unwritten manuscripts that she doesn't want to put out because this library or group of people want to take them and put them out because they're fans and they're obsessed, right? But they're saying it's for historical reasons. It's probably for money, and she's like, fuck that. And then they're just super militant and like scary.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're dealing with her sister who's suicidal and catatonic at a lot, who's on her way out maybe, and then you're dealing with her dead husband who you still don't know how he died. Now you're dealing with his backstory. It's you don't know who's the good guy, who's the bad guy, which is really cool too.
Yeah.
Because I thought I hated certain people on like episode 2, and then episode 3 changed my whole perspective. So I'm like, this is a
Mm-hmm.
great show because it takes you on this fucking like roller coaster. It's not
It's
just
not
like,
so predictable.
yeah, it's not like just, oh, here we go. Because when I first started explaining it, it probably was a roll your eyes thing, like, oh, they're from Maine and he's an
Yeah.
author. But that's two very small details.
Yeah.
But anyway, I recommend it. Lissy's Story, Apple Plus.
Cool.
If you don't want to watch it on there, you can always do other means, but make sure you have a VPN.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my long-winded little thing on TV. But how do you, like, for the routines that we're doing, like,
Yeah.
how does it make you feel like when you're not on point though so much?
I think when I do them, I mean, I kind of already talked about this. It kind of like, makes you feel like accomplished. It's like, it's your routine, is what you're familiar is your habit. So, you're off to like a good start.
Yeah.
And not to sound bitchy, but like we had those mornings where like we were too behind where we couldn't even like make our coffee. And you're like, oh my God, I need my cup of coffee. If not, today's gonna be an off day or something.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what, when I don't do those certain routines, like even if it's just like watching or putting the television or news in the background as I'm getting ready, like it feels like I feel empty.
Yeah.
I'm so used to having like background noise or something where if I don't do it, it feels empty and it feels weird and it feels like it doesn't feel familiar.
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I think that's where like it really, for me, it sets me off. It doesn't feel familiar, and I just don't feel like I'm at home or I'm at ease or I'm being me or or it's like yeah, it just doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
So, and then at night, like if I don't put on like the rain sounds or something, I can't sleep.
Yeah.
Like I can't sleep at all.
You need your meditation or your deep
Yeah,
your
and I think
unwind.
it's just that background noise, But yeah, like having my coffee, I need it. I mean, I don't need it, but like I'm so used to it where it's kind of like, all right, I'm getting my juice to get ready for the day, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. Um, what are your plans for next week?
Well, I have a dentist appointment tomorrow, Monday, which I'm not looking forward to it, but
Oh,
whatever.
nice.
It is
Tell
what
your
it is.
dentist to listen to the podcast. It'll be out. Just kidding.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have to
um,
do that.
but no, that's the only plan. Honestly, that's the only plans I have. Um, I'm kind of taking. I took because I still have to like prep for my school year, the upcoming one, like creating curriculum and stuff like that.
Right.
So, which I haven't fucking started at all. But I took the first week off. I was in Mexico, and then this week also I'm taking like just being at home, not doing anything. So I'm just gonna be a bum. I don't even want to like. I know I would love to be more productive and like, I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna go for a nice little walk. But at the end of the day, I'm like, dude, I just want to like be home and do nothing. Have like a
Yeah.
buffer. Because last week it was like, all right, wake up, certain time you have to be here, here, and here so we can do things.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm at home. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to cram, and maybe this sounds wrong, but I don't want to cram so much shit into like one week because then I feel like it was just busy. Even if it's just like relaxing stuff, it feels like a busy week and it doesn't feel like I rest, you know?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, good.
Because you're not like satisfying. You're not getting like. I don't know. It's weird. Like it's like it's not just like when I fall asleep on the couch downstairs. It's not just the fact that the couch is less comfortable than the mattress. It's that I know mentally I'm not in my bed, so then I don't get
Yeah.
a restful night's sleep as much. So it makes
Yeah.
sense to me. Like you're like yeah, and if this is better than a stack of hay, but there is a bed upstairs.
Yeah. And then, so last week it was like, waking up hella early, going to do different things. This week I just don't want to do anything. Like I don't want to have anything scheduled. Just drink coffee, watch some soccer games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, watch baseball in the evening. And I think it's cooling down. So it's not gonna be like the 100 degrees like it was the whole week this past week. So it's gonna be a little bit cooler and I love that. And I think the following week is when I'm gonna start like, okay, let's get this going. Let's start doing some research. Let's start planning the school year. So
Yeah.
I wanted like the 2 or 3 weeks buffer zone from the end of the school year to like starting
Right.
look into next school year.
Well, next week we should do it in person again.
Oh, for sure, dude. Hell yeah. On Thursday?
I can't do it this week.
Okay.
I won't be here.
The following week. Okay.
But I could do. Yeah, I could do next week. Well, you're off next week too, right? I mean,
I'm off until like the end of July.
Oh yeah. We just do the following week.
Okay. Yeah,
do it
we'll
on
tell Sheila
Thursday.
to schedule it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's doing better, but still not great.
She'll get there.
Yeah. Well, I hope so because it's it might be closing time. No, I'm just kidding.
She's almost past her. She's almost up for her 90-day review.
I will fucking sing that song to you and give you your final paycheck, Sheila. That's
Bye,
so fucking
Sheila.
awkward. You're all closing time. You're just holding the paycheck.
I know who.
Yeah, you sing the hook.
Yeah.
They're like, you could just give me the check. I'm like, you're fired. Get out of here. Go away.
No, we're dramatic. Okay, we need to do the whole
Yeah.
the whole thing.
We're gonna fucking this is all an audition so we can all be on Glee. This has been our dream our whole lives, and we want to sing Semisonic on cable TV.
That's what we want.
Network
That's the dream
TV.
right there.
Well, the dream, it was all a dream, Biggie. So there you go.
Well, I was gonna
Where
go
Brooklyn
with
at?
I smell sex in a candy.
Yeah. I was gonna say where Brooklyn at, and then not in the playoffs. Hey, all right, that was my
Hey,
topical sports fucking thing. There you go.
Hey, it had to be done.
Wow,
I saw the memes.
What a week ending. Wasn't very. I watched it. We were at a family party. Filipinos love basketball, and dude, I was laughing. I was like, I don't really follow basketball, so that's why I don't want to like just trash it like I know what was happening.
Yeah,
But damn, dude. There's some really fucking terrible missed shots in the last. I mean, it's high pressure, game 7. You probably don't get any more pressure than that. But it's just like, wow.
like, sir.
What an ending. But yeah, so congratulations, Milwaukee. Jeffrey Dahmer is probably really happy for everyone. What else are they known for? Beer. What is it, Pabst? Something like that.
Milwaukee. Yeah.
I think it is
think
Pabst.
so.
I'm not really. I mean, hey, you guys, you got basketball, so there you go. You don't have beer. You got cheese.
Maybe they have. Do they have cheese?
Yeah, in Wisconsin,
Oh, okay. Yeah, then that's good enough.
like the place for cheese.
Yeah, duh. Cheese, Green Bay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But so yeah, they'll enjoy stuffing their fat faces. They won the game. Enjoy it, guys. Enjoy it. So this is for you, Milwaukeeans. Love your power tools. All right. Tune in next week when we talk about Makita. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Tune in next week, and we will give you a whole new episode with some new banter, something maybe to talk about, something to laugh about. Tell your friends, and tell their friends, and have them tell their friends, and find out where their grandma is, and put her on our email mailing list. We're going to be giving out prizes. None of that's true, but we're going to start giving out prizes. I really wanted to sell it like I was going to do a whole like QVC mess giveaway, but I can't be shady. So I do have stickers. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
No, but
Yeah,
so
hey.
email us at tfthpod@gmail.com. If you want to say I look fat, if you want to say I'm a little pasty, you want to talk about Danny's Farmer Tan,
You're not
we could do it all.
surprising us.
We could do it all.
Yeah.
We're here for you. That's what we're
Not
here for,
surprising
guys.
us at all.
So thanks again, and as usual, be kind and be safe, guys.
Peace.
Later.
The recording has stopped.
Fucking
Thank you,
worst
Sheila.
sound in the world.
Thank you, Sheila.
You.
At this point, we're just gonna keep it.